Hi lovelies, welcome back. And yes, oh my gosh, you guys, I asked you if you're willing to see it and you guys said yes. So here it is, how I prep my client's nails for an acrylic infill. So I start off by gently removing her old design. Now that drill bit that I showed you guys on the screen is my Tudak USA double XL carbide drill bit. And as you guys saw, it is not a safety bit, but it is a lifesaver. Like, I use this to remove every single design that I do. And I also use it in like all the videos once I decide to include this part. And it is also always linked in my description box below. So if you want, you can take a minute and check out the description box below. If not, just continue watching. So today I do have an encapsulated design to share with you guys. So I am going to be removing the entire design, including all the iridescent glitter at the bottom. And just a little note, I am working with my drill on a medium speed. If you are new to using an electric file, then you definitely want to start off with this particular drill bit on the lowest possible speed. Now, when I first started with this was really sharp. I was totally afraid to even use it. But after using it, it started to dull out and I started to get more confident in using it. Hence the reason why I increased the speed, because now that it's not as sharp, I feel more comfortable using it at a higher speed. But I still do not recommend touching your client's nail bed with this at all. So as I'm almost finished with this, I'll meet you guys really soon with the next step. So the next step I would usually take is to redefine the existing shape that my client had, or change the shape if they're ready to change it out. In this case, we are going to change from oval to almond. And to do that, I use my 100 grit hand file and I line up my file underneath my client's natural nails, following her natural growth channel. And you're going to see me moving my hand file from one side to the next, very constant, because we want the client's nails to line up nice and even with that point of our almond to follow the direct center of her natural nails, and we don't want it one-sided. So you cannot go in too harsh on one side and then go in on the opposite side, because you have to constantly keep moving to make sure that the nails are even on both sides. So afterwards, I turned my client's hand around and I did try to catch this part in frame for you guys. It was really difficult to make sure that her nail is not twisted. So here I am going from one side to the next, just to make sure that we have a perfect symmetrical almond. So this is what it looks like. And now that I'm done with that, I'm going to go in with my cuticle pusher and just very gently push back her cuticles. So my next step, I'm going to go in with my Russian manicure bit, and this one is by Brillbird, and I'm going to go around my client's sidewalls and cuticle area. Now, I did find a link to this kit that I shared with you guys in a previous video, and I did mention this is the only one that I love. So I did include the link to the entire kit in the description box below. However, I did find a similar drill bit that looks close to this one. It's not the exact same thing. I've never used it, so I can't say for sure. But check out that link as well in the description box below. So I do pull back my client's skin to make sure that my drill bit gets all the way into all the nicks and crannies. And I also go over the acrylic with this bit. Now that is if I don't have any lifting. Now my client did have very minimal lifting on this nail in particular, and as you can see, the drill does get some of it, but it does not get all. So at this point you can go in with a sanding band if you wish, but I didn't have that much lifting, so I am just going to go in with my hand file, and I'm going to use this hand file to do two things. I'm going to use it to edge my client's nail plate, and I'm also going to use it to blend the old acrylic back into her natural nail plate, so that we don't see any fill lines, because you guys know that I love using my clear acrylic, so the old acrylic needs to be as perfectly blended as possible. So one thing I wanted to let you guys know is I'm strictly focusing on blending the old acrylic now. I did go in earlier and edge my client's nail plate, so there's no need for me to touch the natural nail again at all. I'm just focusing on blending the old acrylic back into her natural nails. The reason for this is, remember, when you're blending the acrylic is thinning, and if it is your file is to be touching certain points of your client's natural nails, then it is going to create little dents into her nail plate, and we don't want that. We want healthy nails at all times underneath the acrylic. So now that I'm finished filing, I take my manicure brush and I remove the heavy dust, and then I go into my 99% alcohol and I cleanse over the entire nail, brushing away from our cuticle area and side walls because you don't want any particles to remain there or to go back into there. After that, you'd see how nice and choky my client's natural nail is. That is nice and clean, and it's ready for my first coat of primer. So I apply my primer to the natural nail plate as well as right where that acrylic has grown out. Allow this to completely dry. After this, all that's left for me to do is apply my second coat of primer when I'm ready to lay down my acrylic. So that is it for this video. I really hope it was helpful and informative to somebody, and if it was, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and share this video. I mean, it should be helpful to somebody else too, right? Don't forget, if you're not yet subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button right now. And as always, I'd love for you guys to keep safe, and I will see you soon.